Hello everyone, welcome to Spirit Feel Sunday. So today I will be pulling some messages for the collective. These messages are timeless, so whenever you happen to click on this video, that is when this message or these messages could be meant for you. Remember, they are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. I ask that you take what does, apply it, leave the rest. Also, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell in order to receive notifications when I post. So I've already pulled some overall energy, some overall messages for you, and let's get into it. So the first message that I pulled was divine timing. It says the divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So yes, some of you are waiting for change. That's what Spirit says. You're waiting for change. And Spirit says evolution. But Spirit wants you to understand that there's a process to this. Don't rush the process. You know, you're waiting because there's still some things that God is preparing for you. That's why you're waiting. But in your season of waiting, Spirit wants you to continue to work on thyself, to continue to cultivate thyself, to continue to mold thyself, so that when you do get what you're asking for, you're prepared. So just as Spirit is putting things in preparation for you to be able to receive what you're asking for, Spirit wants you to get yourself in preparation so that you will be able to handle what you're asking for. It's just like when you go visit someone's home and they will prepare a room for you. They'll put fresh linen on the bed. They'll make sure, the refrigerator is stocked. It's just like that. Spirit is getting things prepared for you so that you can be comfortable, so that you can experience, true abundance when you get there, true peace when you get there, more than enough when you get there. Yes, Spirit says, I'm preparing for your arrival when you get to this new phase. So don't go weary while waiting. Don't become impatient. A delay is not a denial. Just because it's not happening right now, it doesn't mean that Spirit said no. Not yet is not no. It just means there's still some things that must take place before you can actually get what you're asking for. The message that I have clarifying divine timing is death. It says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Death of one thing is the beginning of something else. The death of something is the beginning of something else. I heard healing. For some of you, you've been through your healing process and you still waiting on your divine counterpart. You're still waiting on your Boaz. You're still waiting on your virtuous woman. Spirit says divine timing. You feel like you've done the work. You're waiting. I heard healing. For some of you, you're waiting on healing to be healed. I heard body. For some of you, you're going through issues when it comes to your health. You're waiting on healing. You've been going through this same issue for a long time. I heard bones. For some of you, you experience, or this message is for one specific person, you experience pain when it comes to your bones. Spirit says, I'm going to heal you. I'm going to bring death to that situation. You will be healed. But not on your time, in divine timing. Spirit says, endure a little while longer. See, whether this is something physical ailment, or emotional pain, us waiting on a project to take off, us waiting on, this new opportunity, finances. I heard check. Somebody, Spirit says, your check is in the mail. That message is for someone. Spirit says your check. You're waiting on a check. Spirit says your check is in the mail. You've been waiting on this for a long time. I also heard back and forth. For someone, you've been going back and forth trying to get this money. Spirit says your check is in the mail. Divine timing. He may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. So it's not when you want something to happen, but it's on God's timing. Because sometimes we can ask for things and not be prepared for what we're asking for. Because see, we still have to go through the death. I heard ego. For some of you, you need to go through death of the ego. You need to die out completely. There's some things that you need to get rid of, some things that you need to work on, some things that you need to purge yourself from. Death. But understand, by you dying out, by you experiencing death of the ego, is only paving the way for a new version of yourself. Death, transformation, Scorpio energy. Some of you, there's a transformative process that needs to take place, because there's some things that you're asking Spirit for, but Spirit's waiting on you. A song just came to me, He's able. Understand that God is able to do anything, to fix anything. God can be anything that you need Him to be. He's able. There's nothing that you're asking for that you can't receive. But everything is about the process. Everything is about waiting, patience. And like I said, while you wait, continue to work on yourself. Continue to go through your process. Prepare yourself for what you're asking to receive. So let's get some more messages. Spirit, clarify death. I have the 8 of Discs, which is the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you have been working hard. You've been working on yourself. You've been working. You've been pouring into yourself. You've been changing your lifestyle. You've really been putting in the effort. For some of you, this is effort when it comes to a project, some type of endeavor, business. You've been working. I heard finances. For some of you, you've been working on your finances, trying to increase your credit score, trying to save more, trying to have more for you and your family. You're working hard. You're working hard to have something. I heard new lifestyle. Some of you have been working hard when it comes to changing your ways, the things that you do, the way that you do things. I heard the things that I used to do, I don't do anymore. All right. The things that you used to do, you don't do anymore. You've been pouring into thyself. You've been cultivating thyself. Death, you've been working hard when it comes to this transformation. You've been changing. And you're starting to see the results. Divine timing. It was all about the process. See, change happens at the right time. Not on anybody else's time. Your parents may have wanted you to change. Your siblings may have wanted you to change. I'm getting substance abuse for someone. But see, it was all about divine timing. At the right time, that is when you awakened and you started doing the work on yourself. Let's clarify the 8 of Discs. I have Temperance in the reverse. I have the Tower in the reverse. And I have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay. Again, there's that impatience. Some of you are impatient. Again, I heard your check is in the mail. So for someone, you've been waiting on a check, some money. Spirit says it's in the mail. Spirit says it's in the mail. But yes, some of you have been impatient. For others of you, this is you not having balance within thyself, not having balance in your life. Again, I go back to substance abuse for someone. But it's like you've been working hard to change that. You've been working hard to fix yourself. The Tower in the reverse. For some of you, you kept going back to the same situation over and over and over again. Expecting different results, but getting the same thing. Because it wasn't meant for you. Keep being disappointed time and time again. Until finally you said, well, let me go ahead and do this work. Let me do the work this time. That's why I keep going back, because I don't want to do the work, but now I want to do the work. I want to work on myself. The Hermit in the reverse. A lot of you have done the work on yourself. Now you're ready to come out of hermit mode. But you're coming out wiser. You're coming out stronger. You're coming out as the best version of yourself, because you went within and you did the inner reflection. For some of you, like I said, you kept going back to the same situation, kept going back to those friends, kept going back to that relationship over and over again. Spirit says time and time again. But you finally committed to thyself. And that's why you're starting to see changes take place in your life. And you may not be where you want to be, but you're going to get there in divine timing. The next message I have is independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child. So yes, healing your inner child. For some of you, healing inner child wounds. Bracing your independence. You're not meant to fit in with everybody. Sometimes you have to be by yourself. And you have to be okay with that. Clarifying independence, I have regret. Regret of the past. Healing inner child wounds. Don't regret your past. Don't live in regret. Understand that everything in your life has happened to you in order to help you to become who you are today. Regret. You can't change anything from the past. But you can do something about now. About your present moment. Next message, abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Yes, you are limitless. God's spirit didn't put no limits on you. You can have whatever you want. I heard money, money, money. Somebody have money coming in. You have true abundance coming in. Spirit says your mindset is why you're able to call this in. If you're working on some type of project, Spirit says endeavor, get prepared for an overflow of abundance. And I also heard love. For some of you, this abundance is going to come in the form of love, admiration. Get prepared. Let's clarify regret. I have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And I have the Five of Pentacles. Regret. Regret has left some of you in a lack mindset. Feeling like you don't have enough. Feeling like somebody's always trying to take from you and not trying to give or invest in you. But Spirit is saying it's not up to nobody to give or invest in you. With this Four of Discs in the reverse, it's time for you to give to yourself. You've been neglecting yourself. Because you've been too focused on the past. Too focused on what didn't work out. See, you haven't been planting in your garden. You've been allowing people to take. To use you. To abuse you. Because you didn't love yourself enough. Because you kept going back to the past. And you didn't understand who you are in this present moment. That you're not your past. Your past has served its purpose. It's like independence, self-reliance, relying on thyself and not anyone else to give to you. Learning how to give that same love and nurturing that you're seeking from other people to yourself. Let's clarify abundance. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. Mindset. God can give you something, and this is what I'm getting with this Ace of Swords in reverse. God can give you something, and you can reject what God gives you because it doesn't look like what you thought it should be. I'm going to say that again. God's spirit can give you something and you can reject what God is giving you because it doesn't look like it doesn't fit into your idea of what it should be. I see this as rejection. Rejecting your victory. See, some things God will give it to you so that you can mold it, so that you can cultivate it, so that it can become the vision that you want it to be. But because, see, when you first got it, it wasn't that vision. It wasn't what you pictured it to be like. You rejected it. Abundance. See, God is trying to give you your abundance, but it's not going to be what you think it should be. He's going to give you the clay, and he wants you to mold it. Some of you, God going to give you a relationship, a divine connection. It may not be what you want it to be at first, but it's not meant to be. See, you still have to mold it. You still have to put the work into it. For some of you, God's going to give you a business. It's not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. See, you still have to put the work in. See, don't reject your abundance because of the appearance, because the vision lies within you. You still have to put the work into it and get it to where you want it to be. Next message is courage. It says, divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it, dear divine. May I feel your courage and will. So yes, courage. See, it says it's not the absence of fear, because everybody can become fearful. That's a natural feeling that we have. See, it's not the absence of fear. It's the fact that overcoming fear with positivity, by speaking into yourself, by believing in yourself. See, you overcome fear with perseverance, with a I can attitude. That's courage. Courage is moving forward regardless of the fear that you have, because of the hope that you have for your future, the hope that you have for the situation, the hope that you have when it comes to accomplishing your dreams. Courage. Clarifying courage. I have peace. It says, I am a being of love and release all negative energy. Again, courage, overcoming fear by speaking into yourself, overcoming fear with love, peace, courage. It says releasing all negative energy. It's not saying you're never going to feel anything negative, that you're never going to be fearful, that you're never going to doubt, but it's like how do you transmute that energy? How do you overcome that fear? With positivity, by speaking into yourself, by believing in yourself. The next message that we have is denial. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So again, look, fear. Acknowledging your fear. Where does this fear come from? Owning the fear. But then say, I replace that fear with an insight of awareness, becoming aware of why I am afraid. And choosing to overcome that fear with a positive insight. With believing in myself. You overcome fear. Not to say you're never going to be in fear, but you have to overcome that which you feel. With motivation, with courage, with faith. Let's clarify the messages. Spirit, clarify denial. Look at what I have. 9 of Wands, denial. Some of you have been so boxed in and caged in and so guarded. Feel like you have to protect yourself. You have to guard yourself. Fear. Some of you are afraid to step out on faith. Afraid to accomplish your goals. Afraid to enter into a relationship because of past hurt, pain, fear. Rejection. Spirit says rejection. Fear of rejection. Fear of going through the same thing. But it's like you're only limiting yourself. You're only stopping yourself from being happy. You're only keeping yourself inside of a box. Look at the figures behind her. Look how they're peeping their heads out like they want to come out. They want to come out. They want to get out of bondage. But it's like she's holding them back. She's holding herself back. The different versions of herself. She's stopping them from being free. This is the different aspects of who she is. But she's not allowing them to come out. She's not allowing the true essence of herself to come out. Because of fear. Because of wanting to be guarded. Courage. Courage is about stepping out and understanding that no, everything may not always go your way, but at least you tried. And by you trying, that produces growth within you. That produces wisdom within you. 9 of Wands. A lot of you have been guarded. Denial. You've been in denial about how guarded you are, guarding yourself from relationship. I also heard like an attitude. Some of you have an attitude because you're still angry about something somebody did to you from the past. You're still holding on to the past. You guarded. You have an attitude. You don't want to hear it. But that's because of fear. Scared of the unknown. Scared of rejection. Scared of the what ifs. But you only limit your possibilities by remaining caged in. Let's get a message for peace. I have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. And I have the 5 of Cups, peace. See, fear. Again, focusing on the past. Some of you are focusing on the past. A lot of you still focusing on the past relationship. You're so guarded. You have an attitude with people. You don't want to let anybody in. Because you still taking out the anger from that past relationship on this new relationship. If somebody say hi to you, you have an attitude. Somebody say smile, you have an attitude. Because you don't feel good on the inside. Because you keep reliving the past. You let that person or that situation tell you what you're worth. Instead of you telling yourself what you're worth. Your worth comes from you, not from anyone else. Still soaking over the past. 3 of Cups in reverse, can't be happy. Can't embrace life. don't have any peace because you're still living in the past. Courage. You have to overcome that past. You have to overcome that fear. You have to let go. You have to step outside of that fear. You can't let fear control you. You can't let your past control you. You have to take ownership over your own life, over your own choices. You have to embrace peace. You have to embrace love. But some of you are still choosing to embrace fear. And it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to set yourself free. So I'm going to pull some final messages for each element. I'm going to pull a spirit animal. So first I'm going to start with fire. That is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Okay. All right, fire signs. So raccoon, that's your spirit animal. That is the energy the spirit wants you to be in. The inventor, it says decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So yes, spirit wants you to be decisive about what you want. You can invent anything. I heard creative. For a lot of you, you're very creative. But it says avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. It's like you can have whatever you want. You don't have to take shortcuts to get to success. Practice integrity. Be truthful. Be honest in what you do. It's already yours. You don't have to take shortcuts. Spirit has already given it to you. Spirit just wants you to claim it. It says you can have many roles and can juggle them well. So yes, you can wear many hats. You're capable of achieving anything that you want. Inventor. Don't take the easy route. Spirit wants you to continue to work hard for the things that you desire in life, and you will have it. The next element I will do is the water signs. That is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Look at what I have. Butterfly, rebirth. It says you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So yeah, rebirth. Yes. Transformation, Scorpio energy. Yes, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. Yes, Spirit wants you to embrace change, to embrace the process. It says you have brilliance to share with the world. Do not limit yourself. Do not dim your light for anyone. Love every part of your journey, not just the good parts, every part. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Because it's all helping you towards your change, towards transformation. The next element I will do is the earth signs. That is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I have sea otter, happiness. It says, be the master of playful living, release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So yes, Spirit wants you to be happy. A song just came to me. Don't worry, be happy. It says release expectations. Yes, don't worry about what's going to happen today, tomorrow, with a project, with your career, with the job, with the relationship. Don't worry. Release expectations and just live in the moment. Live in the now. Let go of worry. It says surrender to the waves. Go with the flow of life. It says your good destiny of love is sure. So yes, love. Spirit wants you to have love, to experience love, to be happy. Spirit says mindset. For some of you, Spirit wants you to change your mindset in the way that you view things, the way that you view situation. Spirit wants you to operate from a mindset of happiness and not a mindset of lack. So the last element I will be doing is air. That is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay. We have Swan Grace. It says, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So yes, grace. Spirit wants you to be graceful. It says, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. I heard intuition. For some of you, Spirit really wants you to tap into your intuition. That's what I'm getting with this. Use your intuition. Let your intuition be your guide in this season. Pay close attention to your intuition. It says, help me transform into elegance and grace. Transformation. I heard change. For some of you, you're going through a very significant change in your life. And Spirit wants this. I heard smooth transition. Spirit wants this to be a smooth transition. But Spirit says there are some things that you need to let go of. There are some people that you need to release out of your energy, because everyone cannot go with you to this next level. It says, inspire me with dignity in the spirit of beauty. The Spirit says you are beautiful. Spirit wants you to know that you are beautiful, inside and out, and that you deserve every good thing that God, that Spirit has to offer you. But Spirit wants you to embrace the spirit of beauty, to embrace the spirit of grace, and know that whatever you want is yours. So these are the messages. I hope they resonate. Remember to stay true to thyself and real with thyself. Grow with me as I grow with you. Everyone, stay blessed.